variable separable. So, but first we have to test if the given differential equation is homogeneous or not. So how do we know if a function is homogeneous or how do we know if it's not, no? So, kalimutan kong i-record. Okay. So, a homogeneous function of fxy is homogeneous in the n degree if you're going to test delta x, theta x, theta y will be equal to theta raised to n of the function xy. We'll have an example of that later, no? If, for example, you have a given function tapos you are going to substitute theta x to the original x, and theta y to the original y, dapat magiging form niya is theta raised to n f of the x of y para masabi siya na homogeneous function. So makikita natin mamaya yan. So ganun naman sa homogeneous differential equation, diba ang form natin is m dx plus n dy is equal to 0. Remember this form, ito yung ginamit natin sa separation of variable. Okay, so if you have that m dx plus m dy is equal to 0, which is a first order differential equation, it is said to be homogeneous of the nth degree if the m function and the n function are of the same degree. Okay, so we are going also to test that. No? So, if pumasa siya sa test that it's a homogeneous differential equation, we can use two types of substitution. Okay, if n is simpler than m, okay, in terms of the form of the equation of m and n, okay, if n is simpler than m, then we're going to use the y substitution. Y is equal to wx. But if m is simpler than n, then we're going to use the x substitution, which is x is equal to wy. Okay? So we have two examples here to show that the given functions are homogeneous. Okay? We have x squared y minus 3y cubed. Okay, so this is just a simple function, no? Not a differential equation, but you can get the sense of the homogeneity. Okay, so in order to test if that is homogeneous, okay, we are going to substitute delta x to x, theta x to x and theta y to y. Okay, so substitute theta x squared, theta y. Okay, and then dapat in the end it should have the form of yung sabi natin kanina, theta raised to n of the function xy. Okay, so ibig sabihin na separate pa rin yung theta sa huli. Okay, so yan. Ibig sabihin homogeneous itong function na to. Okay, we have another example here. Again, you substitute theta x and theta y to the original x and y of the function. Okay, and in the end, dapat masaseparate ang theta. Okay, so this is a homogeneous function. Okay, next now, try to apply homogeneity in differential equation. Okay, so we are asked to solve this quantity 2x minus 3y dx minus quantity 2y plus 3x dy is equal to 0. Okay, so this is of the form m n. Diba? Ito yung m and n natin. Okay, so kung gusto nyo i-test siya, no, kasi kitang-kita naman na it's of the same degree, it's both linear, so it's homogeneous, no? So sabi dito, said to be homogeneous of the nth degree if m and n are of the same degree. So kitang-kita na naman they are of the same degree. But if you're still doubtful, pwede nyo naman siyang i-test using this theta x and theta y substitution, and you can confirm that both of them are homogeneous. Okay, so after the test of homogeneity, you can now compare M and N, whichever is simpler. Okay, para malaman natin kung anong klaseng substitution yung gagamitin natin. So our M is 2x minus 3y dx, and our N is 2y plus 3x dy. Excuse me. Okay, so try natin siyang i-solve sa isang sheet. Yes?
Ano yung mas simple? Ano mayaman?
Pakiulit.
Kung saan po sa MN yung
Mas simple?
Apo.
Just by physical observation, no? Kasi ito kasi naka-positive na yung buong M, no? Whereas in yung N is naka-negative yung buong quantity. So, just by that reason, M is simpler than N, no? So, tignan naman sa second example natin later, kung titignan nyo, ang M at N, mas simple yung N, no? Kasi mas mataas ang degree ng M compared to N, no? Ito naman sa susunod na example ulit, mas mataas ulit ang... Ano yun? Okay? So, dito sa example 3 naman, mas mataas ang degree ng M compared to N. So, N is simpler. Although naka-negative din siya, pero in basis of the overall simplicity, mas simple pa rin yung N. Okay? So, ganun siya. So, let's try natin i-solve dito sa kabila, no? Para masundan natin ang step by step. So, we are given, ito lang mahirap sa pasmado. Okay, so we are given quantity 2x minus 3y dx minus 2y plus 3x dy is equal to 0. So, sabi natin kanina, M is simpler. So, which type of substitution are we going to use? We're going to use the x substitution. So, x equal to x is equal to wy. Okay? And then, we're going to also use the differential of x, which is w dy plus y dw. So, that is simple product rule of differentiation. Okay, so after that, substitute. So the first step natin is to identify if it is homogeneous. Second, identify which one is simpler. Third, use either x substitution or y substitution and then get the respective differential. Okay, and then fourth is to substitute these two into the original equation. Tutut natin yan. Okay, so 2, x natin is dy, so 2 wy. X natin is wy, I should say. So, minus 3y. Okay? Tapos, dx natin ay w dy plus y dw. Okay? Minus quantity 2y. So, nandito na tayo sa term na to. 2y plus 3x, but our x is equal to wy. Okay? dy is equal to 0. So, that is substitution of these two equation. Then, after that, we are going to distribute, no? Distribute natin lahat ng factors. So, expand natin ang equation natin. So, So by using FOIL method, okay, first two terms, that will give us 2w squared y dy. Okay, first outer, that will give us 2wy dw. Correct? Pwede nyo i-on ang mic nyo para masabayan nyo ako sa pag-solve kung sakali man na may ma-miss ako na solution. Okay? Next,
Hindi po
inner.
ba y squared, ma'am?
Saan? Saan tayo?
Yan sa second, ma'am.
2, yeah, y squared. So, yun na. 2wy, y squared. 2y, y, 2y squared w. Yeah, yeah. Okay? Minus, inner term na tayo, 3wy dy. Okay? Then, last term, that is minus 3y squared dw. So, dito pa lang yun, no? Okay, dito naman, so that is minus 2y dy. Okay, and then minus, so nilabas ko na siya sa quantity niya, that is minus 3wy dy. Ano siya, naklas-pasmado kasi ako. Dy equal to 0. Okay, so after distributing, we are now going to arrange terms in terms of their differential. So, meron tayong dalawang differential dito. We have dy and dw. So, paghiwalayin natin lahat ng may dy at lahat ng may dw. Okay, sino ang may dy? We have this term, 2w squared y. Sino pa ang may dy? Meron din dito kay 3wy. Sino pa? Meron dito. Minus. Saan na tayo? Ito no. 2y. 2y. Okay. Minus 3w pa pala. So, 2y. 2y. Minus 3wy. Okay? Okay. Plus. Okay, so dito na tayo sa dw. Sino naman ang may dw? We have 2wy squared. Meron ding 3y squared. O, sila lang. No? So, sila lang under dy. dw, I should say. Is equal to 0. Okay? And then simplify. Kung meron pang isi-simplify, that will be this one, dy 2w squared y, okay, minus 6wy, galing dito, minus 2y plus dw, 2wy squared minus 3y squared equal to 0. Okay, once that you have expanded, okay, and then separate mo na lahat ng differentials, okay, babalikan natin ngayon naman ang separation of variables, no? So, i-apply natin yung separation of variables dito, yung last na lesson natin. So, hiwalay natin ang y and w for each term. So, actually, we can take out y here. Factor out natin yung y. So, that will give us y dy sa labas. Y dy sa labas. So, natira sa loob is 2w squared minus 6w minus 2. So, that is already variable separated. Okay? We do the same on the second term. So, separate natin yung y at w. Okay? You can actually take out, factor out y squared. So, nasa labas si y squared dw. So, what is left inside is 2w minus 3 equals 0. Okay? So, Maalala nyo, ang next step dun sa variable separation is that we are going to divide something here. Tama? So, ano ang di-divide natin dyan, no? So, actually, we are going to divide that by hirap ng pasmado, class. Okay, ano? I-divide natin. So, ibababa natin itong naka-quantity para ang natira dyan is just y. Kasi ibababa natin itong y squared, parang matitira naman dito ay w. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, i-divide natin yan by 2w squared minus 6w minus 2, which is this term. Okay? Multiplied by y squared. So if we're going to do that, what will be left of our equation? Excuse me. So matitira sa equation natin is, so maka-cancel ito, no? Cancel ito at ito. So that will be y dy all over y squared, or just simply dy over y. Okay, so saan na nakuha na picture ko saan nakuha yung dy over y. Plus, okay, dito naman tayo sa term na ito. So, ang matitira kasi makakancel si y squared, magkakaroon tayo ng 2w minus 3 tw all over 2w squared minus 6w minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so yan na yung resulting differential equation. Okay, so after that, ano nga yung gagawin natin? From the past lesson, we are going to get the integral of each term. Okay, so kukunin natin ang integral nito. So wala tayong problem dito sa first one. Alam natin agad na ang differential dyan is the ln, no? Tapos dito, no, nakikita nyo, we can actually use substitution. No? If we let u as 2w squared minus 6w minus 2, okay, our du is 4w minus 6. Okay? E meron na tayong 2w minus 3 dun. So, pwede tayong magkaroon ng, this is actually 2 times of that factor in the numerator, which is 2w minus 3. So, pwede tayong maglagay ng factor na 1/2, no? Mamaya dun sa integral nito. Okay? So, that will be just simply be 1/2 ln of is integral nito is ln of y, okay, plus 1/2 of ln of u. So, ang u natin kanina is 2w squared minus 6w minus 2. Okay, this is quantity. Then, don't forget your arbitrary constant of integration, c. Okay. And then, ang mga susunod na steps is just simply simplification and resubstitution of the w to the original equation. Okay? So, para mawala yung 1/2, we can multiply this by, we can use power rule, paglit plus. Okay. Pwede nating itaas yung 1/2 dun, no? ln. This is power rule of the laws of logarithm. So, mapapansin niyo class, madalas na mamimit niyo dito ay LN, no? So, it would be useful if you review laws of logarithm. So, 1/2, okay, equal to ln of c. Okay, so all of them are in terms of ln. No? And then, pwede rin natin itong ipag-combine. Diba? So, kung i-combine natin siya, magiging product yung dalawa na magpa-product siya. So, mangyayari, we have y, and then, this is actually square root. So, 2 squared minus 6 minus 2 ln of c. Okay? So, para mawala naman ngayon yung ln, we raise both sides to e. So, if we're going to raise both sides to e, okay, what will be left is y squared of 2w squared minus 6w minus 2 is equal to ln of, is equal to c. Nawala na yung ln. Is equal to c. Okay. So now that it's in this form, no, kailangan nating ibalik yung sinubstitute natin kanina na x is equal to w y. So that is actually w is equal to x all over y. So ibabalik natin tong w. Okay. So that is y squared of 2. So w squared, that is x squared over y squared. Okay. Minus 6xy, x over y, minus 2 is equal to c. Okay? And then you're just going to simplify that further hanggang sa simplest form niya. And makukuha niyo dapat yung sana tama tayo, no? Okay? So, in the simplest, lowest terms, okay, ito ang general solution. Okay? So, let's try to summarize the steps that we have done so far. So, again, first step is to identify if it is homogeneous, and then identify which one is simpler, is it m or n, and then use either x substitution or y substitution, get the derivative, okay, and then substitute x or dx or y or dy to the original equation, okay, distribute coefficients, arrange terms with the same differentials, okay, and then do variable separation, okay, and then integrate, okay, use the necessary integration rule in order to get the solution, okay, and then once you have the solution, you must now substitute back your w and then simplify it to the lowest term. Okay, so that is the summary of steps for homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so continuing our discussion, no? Here in example 2, we have n is simpler than m, no? So the steps are the same, no? But if n is simpler than m, we use y substitution. Y is equal to wx and dy is equal to wdx plus x dy. So same step, substitute, distribute coefficients, arrange terms, okay, separate the variables, integrate, is the necessary integration technique. Okay, usually it's use substitution, no? But there are times also that other techniques are needed, other laws are needed. No? Okay, we simplify and then substitute back the w or the x, and then you'll have your general solution. So, ganun lang sa class, no? The most important part here is identifying if you're going to use X substitution or Y substitution. And in both cases, it's obvious which one is simpler and which one is not, no? So, ganun lang siya. Okay. In example 4, this is now this is now calling for an exact solution, no? Since meron siyang given condition that y is equal to e and x is equal to e. So the step is the same hanggang doon sa general solution, and then once you have the general solution, that's where you substitute the boundary conditions that are given in the problem, okay, to solve for the arbitrary constant, and then just substitute the arbitrary constant to the general solution. Okay, so yan ang pinagkaiba kapag mayroong given na initial conditions or boundary conditions. Okay? So, medyo matrabaho, pero madali lang siya. Di ba, class? Okay. So, any questions on homogeneous differential equation before we move to the next topic? Wala, class? Nagets naman, no? Okay. So, may exercises dito, no? Pag-isipan ko kung sasagutan nyo, hindi. Okay. So, another solution is for an exact differential equation. Okay. So, we have here the form of a total differential of the function xy. Okay. We have here an exact differential and an exact differential equation. So, you can see the difference between the three. Okay, but how are we going to know if the differential equation that is given is exact or not, no? So, if the given equation m dx plus n dy equals to 0, and m is equal to the partial differential of f with respect to x, and n have a partial differentiation of f with respect to y, the equation m dx plus n dy is equal to 0 is exact if m and m are equal. Okay? So there are two solutions for exact differential equation. Okay? So, syempre, bago mo i-apply yung solution, you have, again, to test for the exactness of the differential equation gaya ng ginawa natin kanina na test for homogeneity naman. Okay? So, we have to test first for the exactness of the differential equation. So, we have two solutions. This is the first one. And this is the second one. Okay? Dito sa una, parang pinaghiwalay niya lang yung dito sa number 2, which is what you're going to see later in the example. No? So, we have here the first equation that we are going to use in the first solution. So, fix yan na ganyan ang form ng first equation, and then second equation, and then i-compare lang natin later yung kakalabasan, and then pagsasamahin, no? So, may makikita nyo. Now, note here, the first of these equations is integrated partially relative to x, holding y as constant, while the second is integrated partially to y, holding x as constant. Okay? So here in equation 1, our y is constant. Okay? Yan yung hint natin. And here in equation 2, our x is constant. Okay, so pansin nyo dito, pinaghiwalay na kinuha yung integral ng m at yung n. So, dinivide sa into two equations. Dito sa number 2, pinagsama niya na, no? So, pinagsabay niya na yung pagkuha ng integral ng m at n. Okay? So, para ma-appreciate nyo yung solution, let's try this example.
Yung phone ni tatay, di pa na po yun.
Okay? As for exactness and solve the given differential equation. So, solve natin yan. Okay. So, test natin ang exactness ng differential equation na yan. So, ibig sabihin, magpa-partial differentiation tayo sa m at n. Okay? So, this is our m, and this is our n. Okay? So, let's try to get. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ititreat natin here yung x as constant. No? So, kung kukul natin ang differential ng m at ititreat natin yung x as constant, so wala na ito. Tama? So, ang differential na ngayon is negative 2. Okay? So, dito tayo sa n. Okay? So, ang constant naman natin this time is y. Okay? So, if we treat y as constant, na yan, so negative 2 ang differential natin. So, are they equal? Yes, they are equal. So, this means that the given differential equation is exact. Okay. So, now that it's exact, we can use either the first solution or the second solution. Excuse me. Okay, so first solution muna tayo. Balikan natin yung kanina. Ito yung form ng first solution natin, first equation natin sa first solution. Okay? So, it has the form f. Tapos, ang kukunin natin ang integral ay yung sa m muna. M, x, y, dx. And then, fix ito na fy lang. F of y lang. Wala siyang integral. Yan ang first equation ng first solution. Okay? So, kukunin mo natin ang integral ng m. Okay? And ang m natin ay alin? Sabi natin ito yung m natin. So, that is quantity 4x minus 2y plus 5 dx plus f of y. And then we are going to get the integral of this holding y as constant. So we hold y as constant. Okay? If we're going to get the integral holding y as constant, this will be 4x squared all over 2. Tama? So that is simply 2x squared. Nakuha class? Ba? 4x squared over 2 ang the integral nito. So simply 4x squared over 2, I should say. So, simply 2x squared. Minus, so constant yan, no? Constant ang y. So, 2y x, okay? Plus, what? 5x. Okay? Plus, f of y. Okay? So, dito, class, sa part na ito, in-integrate ko lang siya with y as constant. Okay? And then, yan na. Ito na yung first equation natin. Ganun lang siya kadali. And then, let's go to the second equation. Ito, dito, na yung n naman ang kukuhanan natin ng integral. Okay? So, second equation is f equal to the integral of n xy dy plus g of x. Okay? So, this time, we hold x as constant. Okay? Dito sa pag-i-integrate natin dito. Okay? So, what is our n? N is quantity 2y minus 2x. 2y minus 2x dy plus g of x. Okay? So, integrating, holding x as constant. So, this is, integral nito, 2y squared over 2. So, simply, y squared. Okay? Minus, x is constant, so that is 2xy plus g of x. So, that is now your equation 2. So, ganun lang siya kadali. And then, kukunin natin ngayon lahat ng may x at lahat, true. Lahat ng may y, I should say, no? Lahat ng may y at lahat ng may. So, sino ang may y, no? Dito sa equation 1 at sa equation 2, ano ang mga may y mo dyan? So, we have that 1 from the first equation. So, minus 2yx. Okay? And then, meron ka ding y dito, yung y squared. Okay? And then, meron ka ding, saan na? Saan tayo? Okay. So, pala kasali ito, no? Si f of y lang ang sinasabi. Okay? So, lit class. So, kukunin natin lahat ng may y lang. So, that is y squared. So, y squared lang. And then, kukunan natin lahat ng may x. So, that is 2x squared minus sino pang may x plus? Ayun, plus 5x. No? Okay? And then, kukunin natin yung common sa kanilang dalawa. So, sino ang common sa kanilang dalawa? We have 2xy. Okay? So, in other words, kukunin natin lahat ng term sa kanila, no? Pati yung common sa kanila. So, common ang 2xy, 2xy. Negative 2xy. And then, to get now, the general solution, okay, our general solution now is just simply the addition of all these terms. So, that is y squared plus 2x squared plus 5x minus 2xy is equal to 0. Okay, so that is the general solution, no? So, dito class, module ninyo, merong nakalimutan na part dito, no? Dito. Okay? So, hindi niya nakuha yung common sa both x and y, which is yung negative 2xy, negative 2xy. Pero naisulat naman niya doon, no? So, dapat meron pa yung negative 2xy. Okay. And you can recheck that by using the second solution, dapat pareho ang makukuha mo sa first solution. So actually, simpler itong second solution, no? So, balikan natin yung form ng second solution. We have the integral of m xy dx from the limits a to x. Okay? And then the integral of n ay dy is equal to c. So notice here that x is replaced with a. So meaning in our solution, we will replace the x of n with a, where a here is any convenient constant, which is usually set as 0. No? Pinaka-convenient na constant. Pagka a is equal to 0 ka, marami kang maka-cancel na terms or factors. No? So, try natin yan dito. Okay. So, we have the integral of a to x of 4x minus 2y plus 5 dx plus 2y minus 2x dy. Okay? So, letting a as 0, okay, convenient constant. So, nag-0 siya dito. So, dito walang pinalitan sa m. Okay? But here on the second term, no, dapat ang form niya is n-ay na ito. So, papalitan natin yung x dito ng 0. Kaya dito nag-0 na siya. 0 dy. Okay? So, ito na yung proper form. Okay? Integral of 4x minus 2y plus 5 from 0 to x dx plus the integral of 2y minus yung x ay pinalitan ng 0. So, 0 dy is equal to c na lang siya. Okay? Then, getting the integral now, yan ang makukuha mo, which is this. We have calculated from the first solution. Okay. So, ganun lang siya, class. So, tingin nyo anong mas madaling gamitin para sa inyo?
Second kami.
Second, no? Second kasi, no, basta ginamit mo na ay a is equal to 0, madali na lang talaga siya. Lalo na if your n here is punong-puno siya ng x, ng mga x factors. So, marami ka agad makacancel. Okay? So, I have other examples here, which I will leave to you. Isa lang palang example. Tapos, isi-send ko rin yung isa pang module, yung isang module. Meron din siyang discussion on homogeneous differential equation and exact differential equation. Okay? So, that will be the end of our discussion for today. So, we have finished homogeneous differential equation and exact differential equation. Okay? I would like to show you our syllabus kung masaan na tayo. Medyo malayo-layo pa tayo eh. Kasi ang midterm exam natin, sabi ay first week ng November. Wala pang ina-announce na postponement. By the way, how was your quiz? Nag-quiz na ba kayo? Nag-quiz na kayo, no? Oo. Kamusta ang quiz niyo, class? Mahirap pa? Dali lang, no?
Ang lang yung time ko.
Nakulangan ng time?
Po, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Ma'am, sinend po pala namin sa messenger mo yung kung hindi po umabot sa time.
Oo, basta, kahit hindi ko na-send, good as nandun lang yun. Isa-search ko na lang siya kapag mag-check na ako.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Pero in the future pala, class, if ever mag-send kayo ulit in the messenger, dapat indicate nyo rin sa Schoology na nag-send kayo sa messenger. Ha?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, sana yan papakita ko sa inyo. Ayan ang ating syllabus. No? So, andito pa lang tayo sa homogeneous at exact. Ito. Wala. So, hindi ko na na-discuss ito. So, singit ko na lang sa pag may time pa. So, ang natapos natin is homogeneous equations and exact differential equation. Okay? So, next topic, that is sa Tuesday, no? Wala tayong meeting? Tama ba? Ay, hindi. Mali. Tuesday pala dapat talaga ang meeting natin. So, meet po kayo sa Tuesday. Ang pag-uusapan natin ay integrating factors found by inspection at determination of integrating factors. Okay? Lapit na sa katotohanan. Midterm exam na tayo pag natapos natin hanggang dito. Pero I doubt kasi naturally delayed na ng 1 week eh. Kasi 1 week delayed din na ilabas ang official schedule. Anyway, yan ang target natin tapusin by midterm exam. Okay? So, yan ang muna class, no? Any questions?